All right, and this tutorial is going to be covering Zoom, which is a client that I've been using for about 2 years now. It is similar to freeconferencepro.com and freeconferencecall.com, except you can actually use an app or phone to dial in to the meeting. So what I'm going to do is go over everything from an admin point of view. I will go over creating a meeting, and I will go over not exactly joining a meeting, but I'll go over my meeting settings. I might or might not go over the website. I don't remember actually if I have to log in, but if I do, we will actually cover that in a different session. From there, you can set up meetings, you can view your recordings, you can view your scheduled meetings, you can send out invitations, although I normally use Google Calendar for that because it is a lot easier. So, with just a word of warning, I am visually impaired, so any other voice you hear from my headset is not human. It is a screen reader that I'm using on the Mac called VoiceOver. So, let's actually launch Zoom.
Finder, Mail, Finder, Applications.
And
Spamsive.
let's actually get
Skype.
rid
Quick.
of
Finder. Spamsive. Twitterific.
some
Twitterific. Quick.
of the
Twitterific.
windows just to make it a little
Spamsive.
bit
Mailmate.
easier here.
Spamsive. Finder. Applications. Window. ScreenFlow.
Except
Mailmate.
for
Mailmate. Quick Mailmate. Finder. ScreenFlow.
So-
Finder. Application. Zoom.
So you can
Open.
get it from zoom.us.
Zoom.us. Login. Dialog.
And it's gonna
Zoom
log me
window.
in. I've got the pro account. So what we're going to quickly do is go to the meetings tab. You'll see that the interface is slightly different on the Mac.
Chat. 2 of
But we
4
have
button. Home.
at the
1 of
top
4 button.
home,
Chat. 2 of 4 button. Meetings. Select.
and
Contacts.
contact.
4.
You can have contacts, which I don't use that area of Zoom. But if we
Meet chat. Home.
But if
1
we
of
select
press.
home, and then I go
Chat.
through
Meetings.
to
3
the
of 4.
window here,
Contacts. Search text field. Blank. Zoom. Sarah Alawame.
it shows that I am available.
Settings
I can
button.
actually modify a lot of settings in terms of status, sound, everything like that.
Starting new meeting with video button.
Starting new meeting with video,
Start new meeting options. Collapsed.
and I
Menu
can
item.
actually modify that. So let's
Join
join
meeting
meeting.
button.
Here is where you're going to enter a 10-digit ID that is going to be given at the end of a link. So you might see a Zoom link meeting. This is from the joiners part. You might see a Zoom link meeting, and then you might see 10 digits or numbers at the at the end of the meeting. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Don't enter that, by the way. You would enter that 10-digit ID into the join meeting box or the Zoom URL, or if you're calling in by phone, more about that in a minute, you can choose you can actually enter the 10-digit ID 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 in for this example. Now I've got a personal meeting ID and I'm going to show that, but don't enter it, because anyone can enter that meeting. And yeah, I don't really want to be scared if I'm in the middle of recording a podcast and someone enters the meeting.
Schedule meeting button.
I can schedule a meeting, and I can add it to my Google Calendar. I can also send out an invitation to that meeting, and I can change that meeting if I need to. That is going to be a different meeting ID.
Share screen button.
I can share my screen. I can also share audio from my screen, or for audio from my computer. Let's say for a modus, I can also let the user remotely control my computer if they need to, let's say for a training or whatever.
09:03 a.m. Thursday, February 14th.
And that's the date.
Change background image.
I can change the background image if I want to.
No upcoming meetings today.
No upcoming meetings today. That makes sense, because I don't have any.
No upcoming
And
meetings.
that's it. So that's what's under the Home tab.
Starting new settings button. Zoom. Starting new meeting with video. Start join meeting button. Start new meeting options.
Let's go to Start New Meeting Options. So let's expand that. Click into
Press
that.
start new meeting options. Collapsed. Menu item. Separator. Start with video. Separator. Use my personal meeting ID. PM.
So I can use my personal meeting ID. Everyone has that now with the free account. with more than one person, you get, with more than, with more than 2 people in the conference, so 3, it's 45 minutes. So you will need a paid account. I have one. It's great. You get other things. Besides that.
2. Menu window. 3 items. Copy invitation menu. Copy ID menu item.
You can copy the meeting ID.
Copy invitation menu item.
Copy the invitation.
PMI settings menu item.
And I can actually modify my PIN, my personal meeting ID if I need to.
PMI setting. Copy ID menu item.
So let's get out of that.
Use my personal separate. Start with video checkbox.
And
uncheck start.
Uncheck start with video because I don't need that.
Start with video uncheck checkbox. Start separator. Use my personal 2. Menu window 3. Copy ID menu item. Zoom window.
Sometimes I have issues with the Mac client where it tends to, I don't know, go crazy and not let me actually get around the rest of the window.
Starting new meeting without video. Settings button. Starting new meeting without video button. Right. Settings Zoom.
Under settings. Let's go there. Now,
Table.
this is going to be
Settings.
different for you if you have the paid account versus the free account. These are general settings here.
Settings. Table. General. Row 1. Selected.
The Windows client is going to be different than the Mac client, but this is all going to be very, very similar. So let's go to General.
Vertical splitter. Use dual monitors. Uncheck
checkbox. If you
checkbox.
have dual monitors, you can use dual monitors for the meeting. Let's say you're giving a presentation.
Show participant videos and screen shared content on separate screens.
And I can show the participants' video in shared screens on a separate screen if I want to.
Enter full screen when starting or joining a meeting.
Enter full
uncheck
screen
checkbox.
when starting or joining a meeting. Obviously, I can do that.
Enter full screen when a participant shares their screen.
Enter full screen when a participant shares their screen. That actually might look easier, look good visually, so that way you can see the calendar, the web page that they're showcasing.
Maximize zoom window when a participant shares their screen.
Maximize
uncheck
zoom
checkbox.
window when the participant shares their screen. You can opt to leave that checked or unchecked. I'm going to leave that unchecked for mine.
Scale to fit shared content to zoom window. Check
Scale
checkbox.
to fit shared content to zoom window. You can scale your content of the calendar, of the web page, etc. that you're sharing or that's being shared.
Show zoom windows during screen share.
Show zoom
uncheck
windows during screen share. Well, you can leave that checked or unchecked if you want.
Copy invitation URL to clipboard once the meeting starts.
Copy the
uncheck
URL
checkbox.
to the invitation once the clipboard starts. Let's copy the URL to the meeting to the clipboard once the meeting starts. If you are going to invite other people, you can do that and then paste that in an email. Paste that on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Vimeo. I'm not really sure what other social media networks are out there.
Prompt a confirmation before leaving the meeting.
Prompt.
Check.
And confirmation before leaving the meeting. You can do that if you need to. So you don't accidentally leave the meeting. I am going to leave that checked.
Show my meeting duration.
Show my
uncheck
meeting duration. I don't do that, although I can if I want.
Add zoom to macOS menu bar.
Add zoom to macOS menu bar. I'm sure there's a similar option for Windows to add it to the system tray.
Side-by-side mode. Check checkbox.
Side-by-side mode. I'm actually not sure what that does, but it is checked, so I'm going to leave it alone.
Automatically show screen shared content left next to participant videos right button.
And that might be what that does. So you can actually modify that.
Limit your screen share to 10 frames per second.
Limit my screen share to 10 frames per second. I am not going to be doing that one.
10. Dim. Remind me 5 minutes before my upcoming meetings.
Remind me 5 minutes before my upcoming meetings. I'm sure you can modify that. Yep.
5.
You can.
Pop-up button.
So let's see what's in here. Let's click into here.
Menu checkmark.
We have the following. 5 minutes. 10 minutes.
10.
15.
15.
And
15.
that's it. So
15. 5. Pop-up. View advanced features. Link. Open in your default browser.
Features. I can open that in my default browser, which I'm not going to be doing. So let's
View
go
advanced
back
features. Link. Open in your default browser.
to the general
Table.
options.
Video. Row 2. Vertical split camera.
My camera. It's
FaceTime
set to my
HD camera.
FaceTime HD camera, but if you have a different camera on your laptop, you can set it to that.
16:9 widescreen.
I have mine
Selected.
set to 16:9, which is a widescreen.
Original ratio. Radio
or
button.
original
2 of 2.
ratio.
My video. Enable HD.
My video,
Uncheck checkbox.
enable HD.
Mirror my
I
video.
can mirror my
Check
video, I
checkbox.
think, on a different display.
Touch up my appearance. Uncheck checkbox. Meetings. Touch up my appearance. Uncheck
And I can
checkbox.
touch up my appearance, which I could do that if I wanted to.
Meetings. Always display participant name on their
Always
videos.
display
Uncheck
participant
checkbox.
name on their videos. If you don't know who they are, you can do that.
Turn off my video when joining a
Turn
meeting.
off my
Uncheck
video when
checkbox.
joining a meeting. I'm actually going to check that.
Turn off. Hide non-video participants.
Hide non-video
Uncheck checkbox.
participants. You can elect to hide those if you want to.
Spotlight my video when speaking.
Spotlight my
Uncheck
video when
checkbox.
speaking. So when I'm speaking, it'll show my video, my avatar, my whatever on the screen. I have that unchecked because people will know my voice, and besides, I always tell people to say their name if it is more than 4 people.
Display up to 49 participants per screen in gallery view.
So you have a
Uncheck
gallery
checkbox.
view. You can click and display up to 49 participants in the gallery view. I don't elect to do that. I elect to display all of them.
Display up to
And that's it for video.
49.
So let's go
Table.
to the next option.
Audio. Row 3. Vertical split speaker.
I can
Test
test
speaker
my
button.
speaker if I want to or need to. And my
G533
speaker
gaming
is
headset.
right now set to my headset. My output level.
Critical 0%. Level indicate
I
output
can
volume.
change my output volume.
Low image. 31. High
My
image.
microphone. It's going to have similar options, so let's skip past all that.
Test mic button. G533 input level. Critical 0%. Input volume.
Now again,
Low image.
I'm sure these windows are going to be the same for, these settings are going to be similar for Windows.
100%. High image. Automatically adjust microphone
I'm
settings.
gonna
Checkbox.
uncheck that. Well, I could uncheck that. I think I'm probably just going to leave it alone.
Join audio by computer when
Join
joining a meeting.
audio by
Uncheck
computer when
checkbox.
joining a meeting. I could set as the default. In fact, I will.
Check join audio. Mute microphone
Mute
when
mic
joining a
when
meeting.
joining a
Uncheck
meeting.
checkbox.
There is a setting on the website, and when you create a meeting that says mute participants on joining. I'm going to leave mine alone. Enable stereo.
Uncheck checkbox.
Unchecked. If you have a microphone that has stereo, such as the, I'm going to get it wrong, Andreas sound card, you can check that.
Show in meeting option 2. Enable original sound from
Show
microphone.
in meeting
Uncheck
to enable
checkbox.
original sound from microphone. You can check that in your settings.
Enable echo
Enable
cancellation.
echo
Dimmed. Uncheck
cancellation. That
checkbox.
is dimmed for some bizarre reason. I'm not sure why.
Press and hold space key to temporarily
Press and
unmute
hold
yourself.
space key to
Uncheck checkbox.
temporarily unmute myself. I have that unchecked. You can use it as a push to talk or PTT if you need to.
Press and hold space key.
So-
Automatically adjust microphone settings. Table.
Chat. You
Chat,
can
row
chat
4.
in the Zoom meeting if you need to.
Vertical
And why?
scroll area. Scroll area. In scroll area. 29 items. Chat settings. Show code snippet button. Uncheck.
Okay, so I
Include
can
link
show a
preview.
code snippet.
Uncheck
If I'm
checkbox.
sending code, I can show a link preview, which I'm going to check.
Checking. Change my status to away when I
Change
am
my
inactive for
status to
15
away
minutes.
when I'm
Check
inactive for
checkbox.
15 minutes. You can change that if you
15
need
minutes.
to.
Pop-up button. Bounce application icon
Bounce
when receiving a new
application
message
icon
once.
when
Check
receiving a new
checkbox.
message once. This is, I think, Mac specific, but I'm sure, again, there are different settings in the Windows. I'm sure there's similar settings, rather, in the Windows dialog.
Once.
Left
Pop-up
sidebar
button. Left
theme.
sidebar theme.
I can modify that.
Light radio button. 1 of 2. Dark.
I can block users
Manage
if I
block
need
users
to. Let's
button.
say someone's being annoying and they are spamming the group, whatever. I can block them. Unread messages.
Unread messages.
Keep all unread messages on top.
Uncheck checkbox.
I can elect to do that or not.
Show unread message
Show
count
unread
1 for
message
channels.
count for
Uncheck
channels.
checkbox.
Push notification.
Push notifications. All messages.
all
Selected
messages
radio button.
or
1 of 3.
Private messages or
Only
mentions,
private messages or mentions.
nothing. So I can have that shut
Nothing.
off if I
Radio
want
button.
to. With exception for,
With exception for.
and I can actually list
Channels button.
channels. Receive notifications,
Receive notifications for.
And I can receive notifications
Keywords
for
button.
certain keywords. Let's say, I don't know, my job, or let's say Zoom, if I'm talking about that, or Mac OS, if I'm talking about that.
Do not disturb from 12:00 a.m. to
Do not disturb.
12:00
I can
a.m.
turn that on if
Uncheck
I need
checkbox.
to.
12 a.m. to 12.
Play sound when I receive a new
message.
message. I have
Check
that checked.
checkbox. Mute notifications
Mute
while I am in a meeting
the
or internal call.
notifications
Check
while I'm in a
checkbox.
meeting or internal call. I'm not sure what the internal call is, but that's it for chat.
Mute notifications. Chat settings. Outage.
Virtual
Table.
background.
Virtual background. Row 5.
Well, let's just go through it, even though I don't really use all that.
Vertical image. Your
So
processor,
it'll list my
Intel R
processor.
Core
It's going to be
TN
different for you. Enable this feature anyway,
Enable this feature
so
anyway
mine
button.
doesn't support it. Okay, I'm going to leave it alone.
Enable this feature anyway button. Your
Recording.
Table. Virtual. Recording. Row 6.
Local recording.
Verticals. Local recording.
Store my recordings at.
Store my recordings
and you can
at.
record the meeting if you want to by yourself on your own. And you can change
User
the
sub
path.
documents. Zoom. Open button. 84.62 gigabyte remaining. Choose a location to save the recording to after the meeting ends. Unchecked checkbox.
I can record a separate audio file
for each participant.
for each of the participants. I'm not going to check that because I don't actually know if that actually records silence as well. If it does, I can mix in the audio, let's say with a mixer or with my sound editor, Reaper in this case. Optimize for third-party video editor.
Unchecked
I'm
checkbox.
not going to do that.
Generate your local recording video files with a standard format that is compatible with third-party video editors.
You know what?
This may
Why
increase
not?
file size. Button. Optimize for check optimize.
Add a timestamp
to the recording. Unchecked checkbox.
So I can
enable this option to embed the date and time
the
of the
actual date and time of the recording. Useful if you are indexing. Record video during screen sharing.
Checkbox.
Do that for presentations. Place video next to the shared screen in the recording.
Unchecked checkbox.
You can do that, or you can have the video overlay the. You can have the screen share overlay the video. Now, this is an advanced
Cloud
feature
recording
that you pay for. I'm going to show this off anyway. Oh.
92 megabytes used.
Wonderful.
Manage link. Open
all right,
your
so
default.
I can manage all that from the web.
You have
which
1.
I'm not going to go over, so that's great. I'll clear that out later. Advanced features.
Advanced features. Row 7. Verticals.
So
Sarah
you can
Alawami.
log in with your
Status
Gmail account.
Gmail
You can
account.
log in with Facebook, which I don't. You can log in with a username and password if you want to on your phone. I can edit my
features.
profile.
Edit
I can
my
do
profile.
advanced
Link.
features.
Open in your default browser.
Change my subscription because
Change
I
my
am
subscription.
paid.
Link.
I can
Open.
actually probably downgrade to free. I can add more participants. I can host up to 100, by the way. So.
Change my subscription. Link. Open in your default browser.
Get back to the table. Statistics, I'm not going to view.
Statistics, row 8.
Feedback, I can.
Feedback, row 9.
Submit feedback.
Verticals, submit
and I
feedback.
can submit that to the Zoom team.
Edit text. Submit feedback button.
And
for technical support, please visit.
Submit feedback. You can too. Whoops. Wait,
table not
there we
found.
go.
Table
and
not found.
Accessibility. I use some of these
row 10.
features. Closed captioning. If you have
vertical split, closed captioning.
Someone who's hard of hearing or deaf, you can have them close. You can close caption the meeting. My font size, I'll leave alone.
Font size, 14.3%.
Big, but okay.
16, small. Large. Subtitles will look like this.
Always
meeting
show
controls.
meeting controls.
Always show meeting controls. Unchecked checkbox. You can also use the Control plus / to show hide meeting controls.
I can learn the keyboard shortcuts.
Open a new window button. Text table, row 1, column 1, description.
And I
enable
can
shortcuts even when the Zoom app is not in focus. Uncheck, check, enable shortcuts.
And we're back.
Table.
To the top.
General, row 1.
So, that's accessibility. It for the settings. Let's actually go into a meeting.
Close. Starting new meeting without video button. Set Zoom, Sarah, search tech, contacts, 4
I'm not going to go
button.
over chat. I
Meetings,
assume
chat, 2 of
that
4,
the chats can be saved for everyone. It will be saved in your recordings folder. Now, the meetings, here's where we're going to have
chat,
some issues.
2 of 4
so.
button. Meetings. Press. Contacts. Zoom, Sarah Alawami. Upcoming meetings, 1 of 2.
Let's go
Refresh
into my
button.
personal ID meeting here.
Schedule button. Table, 2615. In my personal meeting ID, PM out of recurring access recur 2615151319. Recurrent 2615 out verticals. My personal meeting 261 start button. Copy invitation button.
I can edit the meeting settings.
Edit button.
And I can show the meeting invitation.
Show meeting invitation button.
Let's start that.
Show meeting edit start button. Zoom win. Meeting topic. Sarah Alawami's enter full screen button. Mute my audio submenu. Start video. But you are in the meeting hosted by Sarah Alawami with 1 participant. Your audio is unmuted. Your video is off.
Set to computer audio always. I didn't need to go through that option. You will need to go through that option if you're doing that, or if you are on the phone. More about that later. You can join, or actually more about that now. You can join with audio from the computer. You can join on the telephone or cell phone, whatever. You dial a number that is given in the invitation, and you can choose the countries that will accept, that will list the outgoing in the number to dial. Think of it as a conference. I can enable video if I need to.
Video submenu.
I can invite participants, and at least on Mac and
Invite
Windows,
button.
you'll hear like a ding or a sound. So let's see.
Closed. Open Manage Participants
I
panel.
can share
One participants
my screen.
button.
I can
Share button.
I think this is for files.
Multiple share submenu.
I can open the chat panel, and I can record to
Open
the
chat panel
cloud, or
button.
I can record to
Record button.
the audio. Audio or both. Actually, it does both. Breakout rooms. This is a paid feature. I've never
Breakout
actually
rooms button.
used that. More meeting controls. Let's expand this. This is from an admin
More
point of
meeting
view,
controls.
not the
Collapsed menu
participant's
item.
point of view.
System dialog.
Now, I'm not really
Live
sure
on custom live
what
streaming
the live
service.
on
Opens in your
custom
default browser.
live
Blank menu
meeting
item.
service does, because I don't really know how to set that up. Live on
custom
on
live on workplace.
Facebook.
Live
I'm
on
not
workplace by
actually sure
Facebook.
that does.
Opens in your default
So-
browser. Link.
I can end the meeting.
Zoom meeting ID. End meeting button. End meeting button.
So
More
let's open the
record.
participants.
Open chat. Multiple
side
share
of
submenu.
things.
Share button. Closed. Invite.
And
Closed.
you are stuck with a poll. I'm not
Press
sure
close.
why.
Share button. Multiple share submenu.
So the way I get around it is I just go
Share
directly
open.
to the table,
Close manage participants. Share. Multiple share sub.
and I interact.
Table not found. Participants list. In participants list. Sarah Alawame. Sarah
And I can
Alawame.
actually
Host.
adjust
Me.
my own
Mute
settings.
button.
I can
Rename button.
mute
Computer audio unmuted. Video off.
people if they mute themselves, or if I can also mute everyone except for me. Let's say I'm teaching a class, or I am giving a webinar or seminar. I can mute everyone except for me. Just to prevent noise. It just is easier that way. In the participants list, I believe from there you can raise your hand. I have not yet figured that out, by the way. I will probably be emailing the Zoom team about that.
No
Oh,
lost
we have an
participants.
unlabeled
One.
button.
Button.
Let's see what happens.
Enter
when
full
we-
screen button.
Oh, that must be my avatar.
Button. Button. This item has no help tag.
Oh, I can pop out the participants panel? Really?
Menu. Close. Pop out.
Okay,
Pop out.
cool. But let's close it.
Press button. Button. Press close. End meeting button. Icon top RE2 meeting topic.
So,
Sarah
you can see
Alawame's
the
personal
URL
meeting room.
here. At
Host
the
name.
end of that
Sarah Alawame. Invitation URL. HTTPS.
Is a 10-digit number. 261-515-1319. And that is my personal meeting ID number. You will get one. You can change it to something more meaningful. Now, the meeting controls,
Enter
I can
full
access
screen button.
actually from
Mute
the
my
menu.
audio submenu. Start video button.
From my file menu. You can't do that in Windows for some bizarre reason. You have to memorize them, which I don't like that. Let's go to Breakout Rooms. This is a paid feature.
End meeting button. More meeting control. Breakout rooms button.
I can have one breakout room if I
Breakout
want
rooms
to.
window. 1. Content
I
selected.
can
Edit text.
increment or decrement, or decrement or decrease.
Button. Increment button. Decrement arrow button. Automatically selected radio button 1 of 2. Manually
And I
radio
can
button
create the
2 of 2.
breakout room.
0 participants per room. Create breakout rooms default button. Create breakout rooms
So
default
I'm not
button.
going to assign myself
Assign
into
0
it. Actually,
participants
let's
into one
do
rooms
it.
automatically. 1. Content selected. Edit text.
So I'm going to put myself in a breakout room.
Button. Increment arrow button. Create breakout rooms default button. Press create breakout rooms.
Not
default.
started.
Breakout rooms. Not breakout room 1 group.
And let's go to
Breakout
options.
rooms. Not started. Breakout room 1 group. Options button.
Move all participants into breakout rooms
System
automatically.
dialog.
I guess this could be
Move all
used
participants
for
into breakout rooms automatically
sessions
button.
with different, I don't know, hosts or whatnot. Allow participants to return to the main session at any time.
Allow participants to return to the main session at any time button.
Breakout rooms close automatically after a certain number of minutes or whatever.
Breakout rooms close automatically after button.
Notify me when the time is up.
30.
Countdown
Dimmed.
after
Notify me when the
closing
time is
breakout
up.
room.
Dimmed button. Countdown after closing
Is
breakout
that
room button.
seconds? I'm actually not sure.
60. Pop-up button. Move all participants and allow participants to return to the
I
main
don't know why
session
that's
at any
dimmed.
time button.
Is that
Breakout
supposed
rooms
to be a
close
checkbox?
automatically after button. 30. Dim
Yep, it's
text.
supposed to be a checkbox, and it's mislabeled.
Breakout rooms close. Press breakout rooms. 30. Contents selected.
Let's
Edit text.
do 1 minute.
Notify me when the time is up button. 30. Contents selected. Edit text. Select all. Selection replaced. Breakout 1. Notify me when the time is up button. Countdown after. Notify me. Press notify. Countdown after closing breakout room button. 60. Pop-up button. 60. Countdown after 1.
And-
Breakout rooms 1. Contents selected. Edit text. Breakout room. Allow participants to return to the main session at any time button.
So let's hit escape.
Move all participants into breakout rooms automatically button. 60. Pop-up button. Breakout rooms. Recreate button. Options. Breakout room 1 group. Breakout
why?
rooms not started. Breakout room 1 group. Option. Recreate. Add a room button. Open all rooms. Dim default. Open all. Add. Option. Zoom. Minimize. Zoom. Breakout room 1 group. Options button. Breakout rooms not started. Breakout rooms not started. Options. Recreate. Add a room button. Recreate button. All existing rooms will be replaced. Window. Assign 0 participants into 1 rooms automatically.
Let's
1.
not do
Content
that.
selected.
Let's
Edit
escape.
button. Increment button. Decrement arrow button.
So, I don't know
all existing
why
rooms
it
will be
didn't move
0
me.
participants
I
per
think it
room.
did.
Breakout rooms not.
Excuse me. All right.
Add a room
So
button. Open all rooms. Dim default button. Open all. Add a room button. Recreate button. Options button. Breakout room 1 group.
let's actually
Zoom.
try that
Minimize.
again.
Close button. Zoom meeting ID. More meeting
I
controls.
do want to actually
Breakout
move
rooms
myself.
button. Record button. Breakout room. Press break options. Breakout room 1 group. Breakout rooms not started. Option. Recreate. Add a room. Open all rooms. Open all rooms. Dim default button. Add.
I can
breakout
rename
room 1
this.
group. In breakout room 1
Let's
group.
see.
4.
Test.
Rename button. Breakout room 1 button. Rename button. Breakout room 1. Contents selected. Edit text. Selection replaced. Test. No button.
I can delete the room.
Test. No. Yes.
can assign.
Default. Yes. Default. The room has been changed to a new name. Test. Breakout rooms. Delete room button. Assign button. Assign button.
now I'm in a breakout
System dialog.
room.
All participants have been assigned to breakout rooms. All participants have been assigned. All participants have been assigned to breakout rooms. Breakout rooms not started window. Assign button. Assign button. Delete room button. Rename button. Test button. Rename button. Delete room. Assign button. Assign
I have
button.
a broken
System dialog.
up arrow,
All participants
so-
have been assigned. All participants have been assigned to breakout. Test button. Rename button.
And sometimes you
Out.
get this thing where you end up stuck
Assign
in a
button.
window like I am
Delete
now,
room button.
actually.
Out of.
Which
Assign button. Out of test group. Breakout rooms not started. Test group. Options button. Recreate button. Add a room button. Open all rooms. Dim default. Open all room. Test group. Breakout
and
rooms
for some
not started.
reason,
In text.
there is
Breakout
no
rooms.
start button.
Not started. Out of text. Zoom. Minimize. Close button. Open all rooms. Dim default button. Open. Add a. Minimize. Close button. Zoom. Options. Recreate button. Add a room. Open all room. Open all rooms. Dim
All right,
default.
so-
Test group. Zoom. Close button. Zoom meeting night. More meeting controls. Breakout room. Record button. Open chat panel. Multiple share submenu. End meeting button. Icon top RE2E image meeting. Enter
So
full
under
screen
share.
button. Mute my audio sub. Start video video submenu. Invite button. Close. Open share
all right.
button.
So I can
Multiple share
share a
submenu.
window or application.
Share button. Select a window or an application that you want to share. System dialog.
We're not going
Sharing
to be.
screen list box.
We're not going to be
Collection.
doing this.
Share computer sound. Unchecked checkbox.
So,
Optimize for full screen video
let's-
clip. Unchecked checkbox. Share.
But we
Desktop
can
1.
do multiple
Default
shares,
button.
which I'm not going to do.
Share. Desktop 1. Default
Oh,
button.
the chat panel.
Zoom meeting ID. Multiple share submenu. Open chat panel button. Record button. Open chat.
All right. So the
Press
problem
open
is,
chat panel button. Record.
if I
Break
send a
more
chat,
end meeting button.
let's see.
Icon top meeting end button. Chat. Chat list text.
to everyone, more chat options. Let's hit that. Let's click into that.
Horizontal split to
I can share
everyone.
a file in a meeting.
More chat options. Collapsed menu item. System dialog. Share file in meeting button.
And
Save
everyone.
chat.
So,
Dim button. Save
can
share
check those
button button.
appropriate boxes.
Allow
I don't know
attendees
why
to
they're
chat
buttons.
with button. Host only button.
So if I say
Everyone button.
hello
Everyone
there,
button. Zoom meeting ID.
this is a test.
Type message here. Edit text. Hello there.
Okay, and then I just hit enter.
Hello there.
And if
This is a test.
you were in a meeting, you would actually
Hello,
hear
hello.
that chat.
There. Your message was sent to everyone.
Here's where the issue comes in, at least for visually impaired people.
More chat options.
The
Select
chats
to
cannot
everyone.
easily be
Horizontal
read.
splitter. Chat list text. Paragraph separator.
If I
Hello
interact,
there. This chat. Chat list in chat list text. Chat.
I can't.
Chat list text in
Well,
text.
I can probably read.
Paragraph separator.
I can
Paragraph
read the
separator.
chat, but
Paragraph separator.
it's
Paragraph separator. Hello there. This is a test. Out of text. Horizontal split to everyone. More
Let's
chat options.
close
Collect
that.
type message here. Edit. Mute my audio button. Audio submenu. Start video sub invite.
I want to go
Close.
back
Share
to
button.
the breakout rooms
Close
because
chat
I
record
can't
button.
actually
Close chat panel. Press
figure out why it
record
didn't
button.
start.
Breakout room. More meeting controls. End meeting. End meeting. More breakout room. Press break. Test button. Rename button. Delete room button. Assign button. Options button. Recreate button. Add a room button. Test button. Add a room button. A new breakout room had been created. Total room count is 2. Recreate option. Delete room button. Rename button. Breakout room. Assign button. Breakout room 2 button. Breakout rename button. Assign button. Delete room button.
Yeah, I can't
System
figure
dialog.
out
No button. Delete break.
why
No,
the
yes.
breakout rooms
Breakout
thing
rooms.
isn't
Not started.
working correctly.
Test but add a room button. Test button. Rename button. Test button. Press test button. Delete assign button. Delete test button. Out of breakout rooms. Not started.
I'm gonna
Open all rooms.
click
Dim
into
default
that.
button. Add breakout room test group.
And it's still not
In
working.
test group. For rename
Oh boy.
test button.
Okay, so that's.
Press test button.
I think that might be
Options. Add open
an
open all rooms.
accessibility
Dim
issue.
default button.
Now, recordings. There is a keystroke
Add close but zoom
for
meeting.
recording to the cloud and recording
End meeting.
to
More
local.
open chat panel button.
But
Record
since you
button.
probably will be using a free account,
System
let's
dial.
do local on this computer. And I am actually recording now.
Record to the cloud
Which
menu. Record to the
the
record on
timer
this
won't
computer
read.
menu item.
But there is a keystroke for pause and then
More
resume.
meeting controls.
And sometimes you get stuck in the control, which isn't good. So pause, stop recording. And I think
More
I
meeting controls.
resumed the recording.
End meeting.
I actually
End
don't
meeting.
remember the
More meeting.
keystrokes. You're going to have to go through the web to remember the keystrokes.
Press pause. Stop recording button.
So let's actually go
Breakout
through
rooms.
the
Record button.
menu
System
bar.
dialog. Record on this computer menu item. Record on this computer.
This is actually Mac specific. We have meeting. We have enter full screen, enter minimal view, mute all. This is, I think, host only. Yes. Mute all, unmute all. Mute all, mute audio, rather. That
meeting,
is a
edit, window,
keystroke that
edit,
you
meeting.
will use.
Zoom
Start video.
Edit.
Switch
meeting.
camera.
Meeting. Enter full
Start
screen command.
share.
Enter minimal view command
You
shift.
can invite, well, I can invite, you can set it to where
Mute all
no
command
one can.
control. M.
Show manage participants.
Unmute all
That
command
is,
control.
I believe, host
U.
only. Show chat.
Mute audio command shift. A.
Oh, pause recording. There's a keystroke for that on the Mac. Pause
Start
recording.
video command shift.
P.
V. Switch camera. Dim
Stop
command
recording,
shift. Start
command
share
shift
command
R.
shift. Invite
So
command.
let's pause the recording.
Show
which I
manage
did.
participants command. U.
And then I can
Show chat command shift. A. Show chat command shift. A. Pause recording command shift. P.
and then resume.
Stop recording command shift. R. Stop recording command shift.
I assume I'm still going. All right.
End meeting button. More. Open chat panel.
I'm not
Multiple
going to go through the rest of the
menu bar.
menus.
Zoom.
But let's pretend I'm done recording.
Start. Invite. Show manage. Show chat. Resume. Stop recording. Resume recording command
And
shift. P.
I
Multiple
just
share
hit
sub
Command
menu.
Shift R.
Pause recording.
It's going to convert the
Resume
meeting,
recording.
the files.
Open chat.
rather.
Multiple share
so
button.
let's end the meeting.
More. Zoom meeting. Edit.
I can assign another
Window.
host if I
Help.
want to. I can leave meeting. I can end the meeting for all. There is a feedback
Record button.
button that sometimes appears,
Breakout rooms button. Record button.
and it's record. It's converting my recording right now, actually, which shows, now it shows
End
the
meeting button.
directory.
Cancel
So in
button.
here,
If you want to keep this meeting open, please assign another host before. Cancel
I have a broken
Leave
up
meeting
arrow,
button.
so let's make sure we're at the top.
End meeting for all. Default button. End meeting for all. Press end meeting. Application. Zoom
It is
window.
an M4A.
Start button. Zoom.us has new window. Finder. February 14th, 2000.
Ah, it scared me.
Zoom
Playback
audio.
that
Zoom
M4U,
underscore
this will
1.mp4 music.
generate a playlist. So
Audio
it does say
underscore
the
only
chat.
underscore
I'm not sure
1.m4a
if it
Apple
saves the
MP4
chat
audio.
for
Today at
everyone.
9:33 a.m.
I really don't
506
know.
kilobytes. 33.
But
Zoom underscore play audio underscore
say I want to play the
0.mp4
audio. I'm
only.
going to mute my mic, and I'm
Music.
going to play the
To
audio through Quick Look now.
Audio underscore
It
only.
is an M4A. I believe you
Apple
will need
MP4
VLC. But
Yeah.
let's
Thanks for
see what happens. I'm going to
feedback.
play
33 a.m.
just this
153
audio
kilobytes.
0 here.
Playback.m3u M3u playlist. Meeting underscore save underscore chat.txt plain text document. Today at 9. Quick look window. Audio underscore.
So you can hear the
M4A.
quality is actually really, really good.
I'm actually recording now.
If you want to record the class,
Which
or a
the
webinar,
timer won't read,
or if
but there
your host
is
recording
a
the
keystroke.
webinar and you ask
Empty.
for
February
it,
14th, 2019 09.
or whatever. So that is a tiny look at Zoom from the admin perspective. I'm not going to actually go over the web controls for the moment. That will hopefully appear in a later tutorial, but until then, I will see you later.